Good day, dear students. The topic of today's video presentation is writing introduction to a research paper, and it is designed for the students of 4th year who are going to write their research paper. And I hope it helps them in writing introduction of their research paper. In the first part of our presentation, we are going to find answer to the question, what is a research paper introduction? So what do you think? What is a research paper introduction? Some of you may answer it is interesting beginning, and some of you may answer it is initial parts or important information, and according to your background knowledge you may also answer it engages with the readers and it states hypothesis. Yes, you are quite right. Introduction is the initial parts of a research paper and the part that a reader is likely to read first. Hence definitions, notions, and some other important information required for understanding the paper are presented or listed here. Every research paper needs context so that readers can understand why you have created it. This is exactly what you can do in your research paper introduction. Of course, this can mean that your introduction is the hardest part of your paper to write first. So it is essential that you take your time and make sure that you get it right. So next question is what to include to our introduction. What to include? We will give you a list here so that you can prepare a research paper introduction outline, and you can follow this when you are writing. First one is introducing your topic, then comes creating some context and background, tell your reader about the research you plan to carry out, state your rationale, explain why your research is important, and last one, state your hypothesis. I hope all of you knows what is thesis statement. But the question here is, what goes before thesis statement? The introduction of a research paper may contain a few other parts, or it is also known as elements, such as the chief goal and objectives of the research, a brief but informative outline of the following content explained, or concept definitions, a brief history of the research into the topic, or recent related discovery, etc. So the first one is starting with your announcing your topic. The topic is basically the fundament of any writing you prepare. Regarding from which angle you look at your topic, it will reflect different aspects, and it is always important to capitalize letters properly to make it look even better. It's better to begin with outlining your topic. There is no secret on how to start a research paper introduction. You should just state your topic and add some connected with topic issues that bothers you a lot. This is a perfect strategy to intrigue the reader. It is recommended to start with general information and then narrowing down to some concrete aspects. Try not to deepen into a state of things in the beginning, but explain your view on the topic. If you are going to use some difficult expressions in the central part of an essay or your research paper, make them clear to any reader and point out their connection with your topic. Next one is reviewing the literature. Developing a statement in the main body, you will need some literature sources to refer to. While your idea can sound a bit subjectively, if you maintain it with citations extracted from works of famous scientists, authors, or some philosophers, you will prove your point. Don't neglect modern time scholars that are being deeply concerned about the issue of opinion you stated, and don't neglect using online plagiarism checker to make sure your paper is original. Introduction should briefly state what the literature will be about. The next point is stress on rationale. The rationale is the key element of your beginning. Once you stated the topic, it's time to prove it's very relevant and gives readers food for thought. The rationale serves as an indicator of both the importance of your research paper and attitude to the issue. The rationale should be laconic and precise to show the reader the significance of your research. Then comes stating your thesis. Thesis statement marks the conclusive part of the introduction for research paper or research summary and transition to the actual research. This sentence supports all the things you have written before and collects all your ideas in a logical and concise saying. If your subject is too complicated, you should make thesis statement comprehensible with it. The thesis is what runs through your complete research paper. That's why the introduction where a thesis is stated sets